Kevin Mayo, and it's time to drink some beer. Today we're doing Clown Shoes Brown Angel. It's their interpretation of a brown ale. One of the things that I found when I started drinking craft beers that I really like brown ales. They tend to be very malty and not too hoppy. I don't usually read bottles, but I want to read this one because it really kind of tells you what the brewer is trying to do. Brown Angel comes at you in 3 levels. At the heart of the beer is a layer upon layer of pure, delicious malt. Columbus and Amarillo hops add an intense hop presence, while the final layer of East Kent Goldings deliver a delicate floral finish. Not your old school brown, but a rather sexy American interpretation. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try. Not sure if you can see the label. But again, browns tend not to be overly hoppy. They tend to be very earthy and malty, which is surprising because coming from a lager background, you tend to like bitter in your beer. So we're going to go ahead and give it a crack. As always, if you like it, please subscribe to Kevin Drinks Beer. And leave comments. We're always looking for comments. We'll always respond. Let's go ahead and give it a pour. Well, it's pouring brown. Looks like a fairly dark brown head on it. And a very, very dark. I can see through it, but basically I'm just seeing the light through it. I'm not really seeing through it. A very brown head on it. About 2 fingers of head, fairly tight. This is 7% ABV. Let's go ahead and see what we got on the aroma. I'm actually getting quite a bit of floral. It must be those East Kent Goldings. I am getting that rich, dark earth malt. Just a slight hint of the grapefruit. So yeah, true to the description here. I was getting that nice floral, I was getting the citrus, and I was getting the malt. They don't give us what type of malt they're using on this. I'm assuming it's got to be a chocolate malt. Could be wrong. Could just be a roasted malt. Yep, definitely a lot going on in this beer. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Oh. First thing with browns is if you serve them too cold, you just kill the flavor. There's no flavor at all in a brown if you've got it over chilled. So this has been sitting out for half an hour, 45 minutes, coming up, not to room temperature. So, there's definitely some true brown going on there. My first taste is that dark, earthy, rich malt, overturned earth, leaves, wet leaves. Nah, I don't say wet leaves because that's a bad description, but really, really good bread. Got just a hint in the middle, just a hint, a quick boom, and it's gone, of like the citrus. It's got a real, for a brown, it's got a bitter, the aftertaste is bitter. At the same time, I'm getting almost like a coffee stout. I'm picking up hints of coffee and mocha in the back, especially on the aftertaste. And that's the roasted malt. They weren't kidding that this has got layer upon layer upon layer going on it. I mean, you got almost a traditional brown. At the back end, you almost get a stout or a porter taste out of it. You really do. You're getting that roasted, heavy roasted malt, coffee, chocolate, not chocolate, but like bitter chocolate. Very, very, very interesting beer. I'm going to sip this a little bit, and then I'll come back and give my final score on it. It's definitely very drinkable. And well, let me finish it up, and we'll come back and we'll talk. Okay, we're back for our final verdict. As you can tell from all the previous comments, this is a really good beer. Lots of layers of flavor, very complex, very drinkable. The 7% ABV is a little strong, but it's not a killer. And I'm going to give this a solid 91. It's, I was going to say it's true to the style, but I don't even know. I wouldn't call it a brown ale. And I wouldn't call it a stout. It's definitely its own interpretation of a brown ale. Very good beer. Very drinkable. Give it a try. Tell me what you think. Leave some comments. Till next time, keep drinking.